Welcome to BattleTech in the Morning with Captain Nips. I'm Captain Nips coming to you live to tape from the sunny, balmy upper Midwest Inner Sphere. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back in the command chair. 2 weeks absent. You would not believe how hard it is to move households nowadays sometimes. But here I am, mostly settled, completely not unpacked. But the command console is running. And we've got BattleTech to play. We've got stompy robots to crash into each other. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, it has been entirely too long. So, because of that, I'm just going to play a little bit of a warm-up game today. Nothing super exciting. No chassis spotlights. No crazy locust swarms. I'm just going to pick a lance. I'm going to pick an enemy lance. I'm just going to go all pre-made. And I'm just going to roll with it. So I want to play something a little bit more involved. So I'm going heavy. I'm going to the war budget today. I think I want to try... yeah, heavy cavalry. Firestarter, Shadowhawk 2D. Quick Draw, Victor 9S. Showboat, who turns out, as I was playing some games offline, does not have Angel of Death, which continues to kill me, because my god, she should just have Angel of Death. Really? Anyway, Kraken seems good. Mockingbird is... let's... alright, sure, not... that gunnery. That gunnery is so bad. That's fine. Apex. And let's throw the heavy cavalry lance up against the heavy fire lance. Why not? This is a kicking the rust off. This is the shaking the bugs out situation today. Foggy day seems fine on river crossing. And here we go.
Commencing deployment. Mech warriors, prepare for combat.
So 2 weeks absent from the BattleTech PC game. It turns out there was an update while I was out. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your outlook. Really, the update was only the multiplayer server backend infrastructure. So,
Command interface initiated.
not really going to be seeing any of that today, as I am continuing to play in single player. But definitely, I will be hitting the multiplayer servers now that I have moved locations, resituated my home situation, and want to get in on that sweet, sweet multiplayer action. What am I even rolling with? Alright, so I've got a Firestarter with flamers, medium lasers, machine guns. Seems fine.
Ready for orders.
Kraken in the Shadowhawk is the variant with the extra SRM. That makes him the more fragile variant.
Waiting for orders.
Mockingbird in the laser boat. And
Awaiting orders.
Apex with the Victor. I believe that's the Victor with more armor and less guns, judging from the gun list there. So, kind of a short to mid... it's a short range build.
Commander?
This is a short range lance, which is sad because...
Aye, aye.
sensor lock,
Standing by.
sensor lock,
Standing by.
sensor lock. No sensor lock, but really, honestly, I think I might do a series of videos demonstrating just how badly set up the pre-constructed lance and pilot arrangements are, because 3 pilots
Waiting for orders.
with sensor lock and almost literally nothing to take advantage of it seems like the worst deal. Anywho, let's get this party started. I am going to head down around the right-hand side today
You betcha.
in our River Valley skirmish. I want to get Mockingbird
Rolling.
up close.
Standing by.
Let's just push everybody down the way and get across this river. So I want to punch some mechs in the face today.
Reporting.
Speaking of targets to punch in the face, here we go. Showboat lined up at
Waiting on you, Commander.
initiative phase 4 in her light mech, and I think I might actually take advantage of some of this for a bit. I'm hoping a bit of cover is provided by this rock. I'm also hoping her sensors actually will reach all the way out there to this target. 65 tons, which makes that JaegerMech. That's good to know. Which Jaeger is it? Autocannon 2, Autocannon 5, and medium lasers, so your typical DACA build.
Standing by.
So now that we've got line of sight, might be able to put some guns on this guy. He's going to get to go yet, so I don't want to position myself too precariously, but I would like to be able to get shots on, because 1 pip of movement modifier with no guarded, entrenched bulwark baloney. I would like to take shots
Roger.
before he gets into position. Nice solid strike to the center torso with the autocannon round. It's a good opening salvo. Spray the missiles everywhere though, that's kind of weak.
Waiting for orders.
What do we do with Mockingbird? What do we do with Mockingbird? I wonder if I get down here, if that's going to put her out of line of sight sufficiently enough due to this rock. And because I kind of literally don't care how this game goes today since it's all warm-up, I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
Copy that, Commander.
If I get lucky, she's behind a rock. If I don't get lucky, I learn that this rock is useless to hide behind. These are important things to know. Okay, seems alright so far.
Yes, Commander.
Apex in her Victor. Is it useful? I can't get a line of sight or line of fire from any of these positions. If I jump jet up onto this rock, does that give me enough height advantage to give me a line of fire? No. But I can get a line of fire from here. That's interesting. And those numbers suck. Ooh, boy. But you know what? It's important to get hits on early. This guy has become entrenched. But if we can put a little more damage on that center torso of the JaegerMech, that would be grand. Or we could just, you know, shoot some holes in the dirt on the opposite side of this river valley. Off to a rousing start. At least I've gotten the first shots off and taken no fire in return.
I hear ya.
So, Showboat seems to be in a decently protected position. So I really, really hate leaving light mechs just standing still. I mean, I could get her 3 pips of movement modifier and cover, also moving away from the engagement if I go over here, while still retaining range for a sensor lock, so I'm going to do that instead. Light this JaegerMech up one more time. Hot Vindicator action over here. Kraken's got multi-target, but are we going to leverage it? Boy howdy, are we not going to leverage it here, because we are going to pound this JaegerMech with all the guns, because now we've got a sharpshooter in position.
On it.
Let it fly, friend. Shot to the torso, got a miss in there, another torso shot, some missile spray. Still working the torso. We're making good time there.
Standing by.
I don't want to say the enemy AI is being putsy per se, but I don't know what they're doing exactly here. Alright, so if I move here, I am praying that this rock continues to give some cover from 3/4 of the enemy lance over here. Because I would like to put shots on this hunchback. Those are some atrocious 2-hit numbers. Mockingbird. Ugh, lordy.
Firing all weapons.
I think tomorrow's video is going to be taking a lance of very poor gunnery pilots and trying to figure out how to make that work. 'Cause sometimes you just have to deal. Sometimes you just have to work with what you got. Spooked that JaegerMech out of position. That's
Commander?
interesting. Do I have a line of fire? Nope. Can I get a line of fire, and is it worth my time? If I get down here, that'd be an obstruction up to the JaegerMech. Let's just take a look at this quick. 55, 70, 60 versus 50, 65, 50. Refire penalty's killing me. Sure.
On my way.
I need my fatties doing the work here. Need them to do the job that they are built for. And that job is to kill this JaegerMech as fast as possible. Oop, overheat warning. That is not worth our... Whoa. There are explosions in the distance. Alright, so I can drop 2 mediums. Dropping just the 6 does not get enough. I think given that I'm coming from the right side of the JaegerMech, I want the punch-through weapon. I want the punch-through damage of the laser versus the spray and pray of the SRM-6 in this particular scenario. And I'm kind of just hoping the coin flip here works in my favor.
Firing on target.
Yeah, buddy. That's what we like. And we get a crit on one of the autocannons
That's gonna hurt.
in that arm. Seems good. When is this awesome actually going to bother doing anything worthwhile? That's what I want to know. There we go. Here it comes.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Volley fire begins, and my Victor takes a PPC shot to his left torso.
Good to go.
It's alright. It's alright. We can manage with that. Let's see. I think we move Chabot back up. This isn't the worst position.
Affirmative.
That was a very loud, tiny little building to have exploded. Let's keep throwing sensor locks on things at this point, though. It doesn't look like... Well, I guess it'll depend on what happens with this JaegerMech's move. I want to keep a firm eye on that guy. Meanwhile, this Vindicator is getting salty. All right, we're gonna have to switch targets, I think, and take care of this particularly aggressive problem here.
Ready for order.
Kraken, if you would be so kind as to walk up over here and put some paint on some targets here. Actually,
Heading out.
this is not a bad opportunity to throw some split fire. Vindicator and the JaegerMech up the hill. JaegerMech is Bravo, so I'm going to make that the autocannon and the LRM. Make all those percentages nice and tidy. And let's let it rip.
Confirming. Multiple targets.
Good opening salvo on the Vindicator. Landing hits on the JaegerMech. Cracking hot shot that he is, doing the damage. Alright, Mockingbird, you are being given every opportunity to just not get murdered. What is your deal? 8 tactics, 5 guts, 3 gunnery, 4 piloting. I can't even rush you into melee. Your piloting's not that good. Man. This pre-made, ladies and gentlemen, this pre-made lance is a piece of work. So, to try and make something of this giant lemon I've been handed, I'm going to walk her down into the river and focus on this Vindicator. Get some cooling for those medium lasers, because Lord knows the quick draw does not have enough heat sinks for this.
Acknowledge.
Let it rip. Land a few hits here. Land 2, 3 lasers. Handful of missiles. Pretty scattered. Kind of sandpapering off the armor. So JaegerMech decides it wants to get back into the action here. Oh! Mockingbird gets lit up.
I'm under heavy fire.
Armor holds good.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, so we got stability warnings. We've got refire penalties. We've got heat issues. When all of that is said and done, I think you just try and knock someone's block off. Let's go into the forest, if you please, and do me a favor. Punch the crap out of that Vindicator.
See how you like this?
Solid shot to that right torso. Very nearly takes it out. 5 structure left in the right torso of the Vindicator. A stiff breeze kills that right side. Mockingbird taking all of the fire.
What can I do for you?
Everybody wants a piece of Mockingbird all of a sudden. And we might be able to actually get Showboat involved here. It's not ideal.
No sweat.
Not ideal. But this lance is not ideal. So I'm just going to work with what I got. If we get lucky, put a laser on this right torso, and this Vindicator loses its PPC arm in the process.
Here we go.
Ah, beautiful. Could not have asked for a better shot. Thank you, Showboat, for contributing to this fight in a meaningful way. Speaking of meaningful ways to contribute. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, don't quite have enough movement to get into a nice position, but lo and behold, we can turn up the hill, turn Kraken around, multi-target once again, target A, target B, flip that autocannon. Oh, can't autocannon the JaegerMech because it is an indirect line of fire. So I'll have to be content with... let's clear the refire penalty for now. And just drop this load on these 2 mechs.
Confirmed. Firing.
Getting in on that right side of the Vindicator. Here come the bees. Smashing one into the torso, but... LRM 5, candidate for worst long-range weapon? At least as a single launcher. Oh, that's good to know. That Hunchback is the laser variant. We don't want to let him get into the river.
Yes, Commander.
And he has no movement penalties or cover. So Can we make something out of this? Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful percentage to hit. Let's just bring that up again one more time. 80%. I literally can't ask for better shots here. Make it happen. Ooh. Alright, we worked the arm. A little bit of the torso. It's going to take a few salvos to start cracking through that hunchback. Meanwhile, the JaegerMech decides to put fire on my Victor.
Took a hard hit there. Yes, Commander.
Alright, so got a stability warning. That's not helpful. I think, and this might seem a little crazy, I'm going to roll back
Lifting off.
and hunker down. Clear the stability damage. Last thing I need is for a mech to fall over at this point. Unfortunately, that means that this awesome is going to take shots probably at my... Oh. Well, at least we're spreading it around. I thought it would shoot at the mechs down in the river, but apparently
I hear
I
ya.
positioned myself well somehow. Go figure. Alright, Showboat.
Don't need to tell me twice.
We need to get this Vindicator off of my fatties, if you'd be so kind as to help with that situation. 58 structure left in the center torso. I'm not going to kill it with this salvo
You betcha.
regardless. We're just going to have to put damage on. And boy, did that not do anything useful. Interesting. Melee. The Vindicator goes in for a melee attack, and the camera AI decided to just not go in for the close-up camera kill.
Internal damage.
Huh. That was interesting. I've never seen the camera not react properly like that.
Standing by.
Kraken, if you'd be so kind as to walk over here, stand right there, punch the crap out of this guy. Seems reasonable. That's a leg. Not sure how I caught it, but I'll take it. Send the Vindicator to the ground where the rest of the Lance is going to do cleanup duty on that guy. What is going on over there? Maybe took a turn for heat.
Reading you.
Don't actually have a line of sight from where Mockingbird is currently standing. There we go. Let's get it. Let's clean this line of sight up a little bit. Got obstructions all over the place. All over the place. Somehow that has a line of sight on the JaegerMech. Actually, not great. I do not like where Mockingbird has ended up. She's kind of out on an edge by herself. It's not preferred. But we got another salvo of good percentage to hit against this hunchback up here, so I think I will take it again. As the two laser boats trade salvos left and right. Here comes Fatty turn. Oh no! Dang.
Can't take many more hits like that.
Showboat loses an arm to the JaegerMech salvo. That's not great.
Awaiting orders.
Alright. End of the turn. This guy's down on one leg. He's a medium, which means he would normally go in phase 3, but it dropped it to phase 2. I'm going to get my Firestarter and my Shadowhawk before it gets to go. So I'm actually going to try and apply some pressure here on this JaegerMech that is standing out in the open. How do I not get line of sight down here? Wow. Also, does everyone else hear that infinite torso twist happening? It's mildly annoying. Oh, betas. There we go. That goes away. Now, ideally, let's hold up a sec. Let's take a look at this paper doll. 5 structure in the left arm where my 2 medium lasers are hiding. I want to try and protect that. I've still got 107 health total on the right arm, which is where the autocan 20's at. I actually don't feel too bad here. I want to try and preserve that left arm if I can. So I'm going to bend this as best I can.
On the move.
Put that JaegerMech just inside the firing arc while presenting my right side. Granted, it's going to be able to move. Probably can get back to my front pretty easily.
For an alpha strike.
That's a leg shot. Wow. Leg off.
Scored a critical hit.
Wow. Okay, so 55 armor. The thin armor plating of the JaegerMech coming back to bite it. Autocannon and a missile taking the leg clean off. A couple of missiles. Here comes the hotness. Would be on the torso. Alright.
Good to go.
Showboat, if you be so kind as to get in here and rip this guy a new one. I'd love to go for the leg right now, but the leg has a ton of armor and we need to kill this mech because it's just not in the right spot. Light this guy up.
Critical hit, Commander.
Laser back up on the hill. Wouldn't be surprised if it walks down and tries to punch some lasers into Mockingbird's quick draw here. Yep, here we go. Ooh, right side's not great. Her leg is looking real gone. real lasered off is what her leg looks like now.
I'm hit. I'm here.
Do we have any other targets? Nope, because Mockingbird lost her line of sight when she fell down. That's sad. Alright, let's not multi-target. Let's just murder it. Center of mass. We need to do 34 damage. Save the autocannon rounds. But we're not going to spare the explosives. And why not? We'll throw the LRM on it, even though it's a garbage 2-hit number. Want to make sure this works. There we go.
Mech destroyed.
Kapoof. Down one Vindicator. All right. We're up a kill. We're down a leg and an arm. But things are moving.
I'm here.
All right. Get on up. Oof. Minus a leg. That is rough.
All right. I'm up again.
And I have enough movement to stand there. That's helpful. And by helpful, I mean not actually even slightly helpful. Alright, well, let's turn and face our destroyer over here. And while you're just standing there like a spud, you can at least throw a sensor lock on something useful. Could be better. That awesome is probably going to be the difficult thing to deal with here. Hopefully I can get to that point in the match where it's the last thing. Oh. Yeah, alright. Down here. Bend the shot a little bit.
Moving to position.
Get the cover for my Victor. Fire across the way. Line up this JaegerMech. Getting its right side, so I should be able to take off. I got a good feeling that right side's going kerbam. Yep, seems all right. Actually, at pretty good odds now to just sweep the leg off.
Commander?
Wonder if I can get Showboat down in there too. Yeah, not so much. Oh, light mech's gonna be lighting. Let's see. Go for a sprint. Is this rock? Oh, you know, let's use some terrain. Hopefully, it keeps that JaegerMech off of Showboat's Firestarter. Get all of her movement modifier pushed up. I can smell the melting armor over here.
Reporting internal damage.
Woof. Alright, Kraken, I really need you to do something productive this turn. So, ideally it would be with your autocannon with the secondary fire, but not really getting the line that we want. I could jump up on the hill, but I don't know if that's going to actually help. Nope. Helps even less because that turns most of his shots into indirect fire shots. Alright, so left side's beat up. Let's try and turn this a little bit.
I copy.
I don't want to give up my left side in case that awesome or the JaegerMech start raining shots. Accidentally take off this left torso where the autocannon is hiding and some SRM. And yeah, there's a lot of useful things on the left side of that Shadowhawk, so let's deal with that. Alright, so Bravo on the LRM, Alpha on the autocannon 5.
Confirm.
Let him rip. Kind of spreading it around there, Kraken. It'd be nice if you focused down a little bit. Jeez. Alright, that wasn't the worst.
Losing armor.
Took the shot to the right arm.
Reading you.
Okay, so this is a mess, but we might be able to salvage something out of it.
Location confirmed.
If you wouldn't mind limping over there a few steps.
My mech is limping.
Thank you. I wasn't sure that that was a limp, but now we know for sure.
Copy that.
Light this guy up, please. That was really unimpressive. Ooh, takes the trio of PPCs to the chest. That's rough.
Aye, aye.
Alright. Might be able to get the kill shot on this guy. So I'm not seeing any reason, other than the ridiculous stability damage she's taking. Hopefully I'll clear some of that just standing here. Overheat's not great. What's this guy got going on? He's 71 structure left in the CT, 59 on the leg. If this shot... Okay, if the autocannon shot hits the leg, this mech is dead. If it hits the center torso, it's dead. If it hits the right torso, right arm, it transfers to center torso, it's dead. If it hits the head, it's dead. So, as long as this 85% shot hits, this JaegerMech is toast. So I'm going to not overheat. And I'm going to rely on that autocannon doing the job.
Target confirmed.
That should be good. Poof!
Tango down.
Enemy sans JaegerMech. And I just now noticed that I have focus available. I have no idea if it's been there for a few turns or not. So apologies for those of you watching and screaming at your monitors
Waiting for orders.
that I'm not using my focus. Let's see. don't feel like the focus is best used here. I'm just going to flamer this guy and hope for the best. Force this guy either into shutdown or... heat critical. And focused, but is it actually going to do anything? Gets the water. I don't like the way this is headed. Oh, I really don't like the way this is headed. This is bad. Wow. So even though I flamered the Hunchback and put it up, probably up over very close to shutdown, because I was able to get to the water, it was able to make its attacks count. All of them. All of the attacks. That's really unfortunate. I'm try and keep my distance for this awesome so that I can use everything. But is there a better option? How about we do that? Let's bend the arc a little bit. We're gonna multi-target again. Alpha on the awesome, Bravo, Beta, Baker on the Hunchback. Throw the LRMs at the Hunchback. Heat. Shadowhawks are really heat efficient. That is real nice. As we throw some hot damage into the awesome and continue to spray this Hunchback over here.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. 90% to hit with a 55 damage melee attack. Or 75 damage. I got a turn at least. 80% to hit with 75 damage. What do we got? Paper doll looking here. Get into its right side. This is tough. Movement-wise, what do we got for movement? Do I have... Okay, good. I do have movement that I can use. I can move up here. Use the thinnest hint of cover here to hopefully eke out a little bit more survivability. Although, I should have checked to see if I could turn around and present my left a little more prominently here. I'm going to save that focus for Apex's autocannon. Just hope that I can get some of the job done over here with 2 mechs on 1. Alright, come on. No lucky shots. No scrub insta-kills. Ooh. There goes... Yep, there goes that left side. Alright. I need... you, Apex, to get into the water. I need you to get up on this guy. I need you to plow him. And the reason I'm going to use focus is because I want... You know what? Hold up a sec. Let's work the right side. Let's work the slightly more vulnerable side of the awesome. Let's get in the water to get the cooling. Focus to guarantee the hit and also ignore that cover. And in a perfect world, I drop as much of this as I can into that right torso. It's not going to kill it though. Nah, it's not going to destroy the torso. Let's see how much damage we can do. That's a good start. Solid. Can't have asked for much more than that, truth be told. We got through into the torso with the autocannon and maybe one of, let's see, 120 minus 35. That's 155. So it looks like we put the autocannon, one of the lasers, and 3 of the missiles into that torso. That is not a bad start. Oh, definitely not. We are not near done here, ladies and gentlemen. What we do have to have going on here, though, is a bit more of this action right here.
Got it.
Need to chip away at the right side of this hunchback real bad, real fast. Blast my flamer fuel. Ducka with the machine guns. And force a shutdown. Hey, you know what? It was a turn later than expected, but I am happy to take that, even though I'm not going to get much out of it other than saving a turn of getting blasted in the face. Speaking of getting blasted in the face, let's see what we can do about this. That seems alright. Shadowhawk has a crazy wide firing arc. I'm actually kind of super impressed by that.
On my way.
So let's move down to the edge of the bank here. Turn. Tag this up as per usual. Bravo. Missiles inbound.
I copy.
Come on, right torso. Didn't really spray down enough, I think. Chipping away at both mechs.
I'm here.
So the question becomes, what do we do with Mockingbird? I've still got 75 damage from the lasers. I've got 55 at 90. 80 at... Okay, so let's do a little bit of quick math. Expected value time, 80%. I'm losing 10%, 20%. 10% is 2.5, so I'm losing 5 damage apiece. So I can expect to do about 60 damage to the right side in 20-point hits. Or I can get in with the melee attack at 55 at 90. 55 at 95? 90. So I'm losing 10%. I'm losing a little more than 5. So 60 damage in 3 20-point hits or 50 damage hit. I think I take the melee attack here because what I really need is to punch this hunch open. It's got 24 armor left. Mockingbird, you're kind of terrible at everything. I would really appreciate if you just don't suck. Don't suck, please, for once. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't see my expression, but I just hung my head in shame at how bad that attack was. Mockingbird. Hit to the leg. Oh. Kraken taking some serious fire.
Commander. I'm hit.
Yeah, hadn't noticed. This is gross and unpleasant. 100 damage at 95% to hit. We have leg armor. How much leg armor do we have? 64 and 80, 64 with 85 structure, 79 with 85 structure. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So, when I don't like something, I avoid it, as any good human being would. Roll around this corner, get the right side of this awesome one more time. Yes, I'm gonna. I think we've reached a point in the match where desperation plays need to be made. Some hard decisions need to be made about potential self-damage, and I think we're in it. Oh boy. Most of that damage hit the arm. Oof. Not ideal. Get the knockdown, which is good.
I'm starting to hook.
Yeah, well, self-damage is a hell of a thing. Let's see. Let's get up in on this guy. I can medium laser 25, 80s, or I could punch this guy with the machine guns. Hit him in the back, which does no good. Hit him in the front, which might do something useful. Well, it's not ideally where I want to be in life, but
Right, Commander.
you never know. Left torso, not the most helpful shot. Get a lucky head hit in there. Finally take off that torso, which is not really doing any substantive and lasting damage. Speaking of lasting damage, oh boy, I got a Christmas gift. And the carving laser hit something. That melee attack missing is huge right now. Could not have asked for a better miss. I mean, there's probably better misses to be given, but no leg. No leg is a hell of a thing. Can we get both the mechs back in line? Nope. Alright, well, screw it. Let's just point him at the direction of the actual threat. Let's see if we can take off this torso. Back up a sec. Just check. No, I am not missing that I have focus anywhere. Which is sad, because now is the time where I'd really kind of want it. There we go. Alright. Take away some guns. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a salvage match. This is, we're fighting for our lives. So, with that in mind, let's continue to do so.
Order acknowledged.
Come on, Mockingbird. Shot to the leg. Alright, at least you're consistent. That's not precisely what I was hoping to see, but 2 shots to the leg actually might turn into something. Meanwhile, Apex is getting... Ooh!
Internal structure damage.
Rude! Point blank PPC shot.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. To play that game, you jerk.
Moving out.
I can point blank just as good as you can, or better. That's probably going center torso. Yes, that's what we like to see. Chip open that armor there. Hey, now we got focus. All right. So, what can we do with it? I think I just keep pummeling this guy. I think that's where we're at. I don't necessarily like my other options over here. So let's just keep beating this guy to death. Come on, leg. Alright, center torso. Another head hit. We're turning this guy into pudding. Uh-oh. Here's where the hurt comes. Here's where somebody explodes. That somebody's gonna be... Oh, are you gonna get the twofer on me? Whew, okay, good.
I'm taking a pounding, Commander.
Showboat's rear armor held, even though Mockingbird's quick draw did not. Kraken. I don't... God, what a terrible situation to be in at this point. I actually don't know which is worse. I think I need to kill...
Acknowledged.
I want to kill the Hunchback. That Hunchback has so many guns left. And my lance is looking like ragged tissue paper. But if I can get the kill on this, awesome. That would be fantastic.
Confirmed.
Just take shots. Hope some of it hits center torso. Not even slightly. Not even a little bit. Alright. Let's see what this precision striking awesome's PPC can do. That's the torso.
They're blowing through my armor.
Yeah, no. Listen, Apex. That was the first thing I learned when we got into this.
Aye, aye.
Like, I know your armor is non-existent at this point. Tell me something productive. Do I take the focus shot just to guarantee... I mean, it's almost a guaranteed kill if it hits any of the side upper segments from the right. Alright, let's take the move.
Move order confirmed.
Let's take that focus.
Come on, people, let's make it happen.
She's so very positive. Drop it like it's hot. One less awesome. Thank you. Alright. Now we just have to chip through 3/4 of a hunchback that's still got most of its guns. But. Big old butt. Center torso's open. And that leg. That leg. That leg. Oh my god. Keep going at it, Showboat. I believe in you.
On my way.
I believe in the power of melee. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're turning this whole thing around. We're critting out some lasers. We are machine gunning this guy. Oh wow, that's 3 pilot hits now with the machine guns. This guy really is getting turned into pudding.
Orders.
All right, everybody needs to go help Showboat like yesterday. Come on. Get into position. Get into position. Get into position. Keep. Come on. I know you got a broken leg. We need to kill center mass. I don't even know if that hit the center mass. Come on. Survive whatever's coming. Oh, this isn't good. Dodge it. Dodge it. Dodge it. Well, that's sort of like dodging.
You can see daylight through my armor.
Oh, pity laser. Ow. Ugh, boy.
Reporting.
This is gonna be a painful repair job. My condolences to my technicians back at the dropship. This is kind of ridiculous. Oh, jumping actually gets me in range. Numbers aren't great. The heat sucks. But I've got the river. And I've still got ammo left. Wouldn't mind if you put some of those autocannon rounds in the back of that hunchback. Ooh, left side, we like that. Nice! From downtown, Apex saves Showboat, who had been scrapping like a mad woman for more turns than I care to remember. Ladies and gentlemen, whoo boy, it is good to be back in the command chair as we lose one to what I'm going to call pilot ineptitude. I'm taking no blame for this. I don't even want to hear it. That's all on Mockingbird. She's terrible. But the rest of the team doing the work. Apex coming through with bit damage, but keeping it together. Kraken salvaging some of his mech to the end of the match. Showboat using the entire Buffalo. Oh boy. Fortunately, everything on her mech is cheap and easily replaced. Enemy forces. Vindicator went down hard. Hunchback took a round to the back. JaegerMech just died to combined fire over the course of like 8 turns. The awesome. Oh, the awesome. Remember, friends, learn the layouts of all of the mechs. Learn where they're vulnerable and which direction they're vulnerable from, because sometimes it helps to not just shoot at the front. Sometimes you need to work from a side. And that applies to virtually every mech in the game at this point. 13 rounds at an excruciatingly long 50 minutes and 1 second as the good guys take home a win after the extended break. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Captain Nips, happy to be back in the command chair like you have no idea. I hope this has been a good refresher in how terrible I am at this game and how great this game is. This game continues to be great, and I will continue to play it now that we have electricity, internet, and a tiny corner of a room to stuff the command console into. But for now, that'll be all for BattleTech in the morning. I am Captain Nips. As always, I will see all of you in the next video.